Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops at Great Stone for teaching me this truth. It's your brother Rabbi Knapp coming out with a lesson, Lord's will, edifying. I was just reading this article. It says it's one day ago. It's Robert Kiyosaki. As a matter of fact, let me grab the article I saw 21 hours ago. It says, this is from the financialexpress.com. It says, bail yourself out. Rich Dad, Poor Dad author predicts major financial crisis ahead, urges people to ditch fake fiat money. Okay, so fiat money, it's this dollar, it's your dollar, man. He's telling you to ditch it. Not too long ago, he did write a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, where he showed you how to get rich, supposedly, man. Okay, I actually read it. It was a pretty good book, man. He wanted you to invest in real estate investments and things like that. That's how he pretty much built up his wealth. He likes to spend other people's money. That's what he likes to tell people to do. Spend other people's money, and that's how you get rich in this economy. Okay. And then not too long ago, he was telling people to buy Bitcoin, buy silver, buy gold, buy bullets and guns and things like that, so you can keep your. That's what. Now he's telling people, don't even do that. He's saying ditch all of that. Okay. So, just like James said, man, this is why it's important to be stable, man, because you'll go to and fro if you trust in man. You can't put your trust in man. Let me grab that precept. That's one thing you can't do. Okay. Don't put your trust in man. I think it's Jeremiah. I can't think of it. 17, is it? Just give me Psalms 146. I know there's one in Jeremiah. Ooh, here it is. Psalms 118 and 8. It is better to trust in the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, than to put confidence in man. And that word confidence goes into having faith. You can't have faith in men, because men gonna see the Lord. He's not a man that he should lie. Let me grab that. Okay. See, man, you subject to the flesh. See, the Lord's not subject to the flesh. Okay. The Lord's not a man that he should lie. What's that? What precept is that? Numbers 23 and 19. It says, God is not a man that he should lie. And we know that's talking about the Most High. Neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he said, and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken, and shall he not make it good? So what that's showing you is that his word, you can trust that, man. You can trust in what he says. He's gonna fulfill what he said he's gonna do. And he said it a long time ago. Okay, so you can trust in it, and we're starting to see these. We're starting to see it manifest itself, man. His word, every single day. Okay, what Robert Kiyosaki is telling you today is what we've been telling you yesterday and the days before that, ever since this truth came out. Okay, that wasn't even the precept I was looking for. Make it flesh his arm. I think it's. Let's see what pops up. I think it's probably Isaiah the 36th chapter. You don't want to be making flesh your arm, man. Yeah, Jeremiah. It is Jeremiah 17:5. Let me grab that. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17. In verse 5, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord. So if you trust in anything other than the Lord, you're going to be disappointed. Okay? You're going to be disappointed, man. You're going to be unstable trusting in man. So why don't we just go by what the scriptures say? Why can't we just trust in what the word say? A lot of people don't even know what's written in the Bible to even trust in it. It says, buy of me, something like that. Revelation 3 and 18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and in white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with thy salve, that thou mayest see. So, hey man, that's what you should be investing your paying attention to. Okay? Taking your time during this grace period to get to know what the Lord said it was going to happen in these last days, instead of you being caught up in what the world's telling you to do in these last days. Because the world's telling you everything's going to be all right. Yeah, they might tell you don't invest in something else. Get away from the fiat currency. Go and invest in gold and you know, some stock that where they're mining gold and silver and shit like that. But the Lord told you to buy of me, try the gold in the fire. Ain't nowhere in the scriptures. We know money's a defense, okay? But hey, this is somebody that's in the world that has a lot of money, and he's telling you to leave that place, man. Leave that mindset behind, okay? Because there's nothing in this world that can save you. Luke 12 tells you about a man who was storing up food in his barn, okay? But the Lord required his soul. So what did that food do for him? Obviously, he stored up those goods for somebody else. And just like a lot of y'all are storing up goods for those who actually serve the Lord. Y'all gonna make sure that we eat in these last days. While you filling up the table for the so-called white man, well, guess what? We're gonna be eating your goods in these last days. Okay, while he's spoiling you. Okay? Because you don't want to hearken to the words of the Lord. You can shake your eyes, you can roll your eyes, whatever you want to do. It don't matter. These words are gonna come to pass. Okay? Let me get back to that article. It says, as I stated over 25 years ago in Rich Dad Poor Dad, the rich won't work for money and savers are losers, Kiyosaki wrote. I want to get to the point. It says, I want to get to the point. Kiyosaki pointed to key moments in financial history: the 1998 bailout of hedge fund LTCM by Wall Street, the 2008 bailout of Wall Street by central banks, and questioned what will happen next in 2025. My longtime friend Jim Rickards is asking, who is going to bail out the central banks, he wrote. Nobody's going to bail out these central banks. And you got direct deposits, so your money's going straight to the banker. So if he ain't getting bailed out, that means you're not getting bailed out. Okay? So what are you gonna do in these last days if you ain't got no money, if you can't go and get money out of the bank? What are you gonna do? You're gonna come out with coins and shit like that. That's what Israel did in past times. 70 AD, that's why those Romans were cutting open your stomach, man. They know what you're invested in. So when these Gurga troops going door to door, they're gonna steal all that shit. Okay, you don't want to be investing in things that are where moth doth corrupt. Okay, let me grab that. These moths, man. Esau. You know, inflation. He controls the market. We're supposed to be investing in this word, in Yahweh Shai. Okay. That's what we need, man. We need Yahweh Shai to get up out of this. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. See, they can steal your gold, your silver, all your riches, all your money. The bank can steal your money. The bank can not bail you out when they fuck up with your money. But when you have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man, you're gonna be all right in these last days. All right, but you gotta endure until the end, though. Okay, and you need this knowledge, man. We all do. Well, most importantly for Israel, y'all need this knowledge, man, because y'all ain't even got enough money to buy a bunker and any of that other bullshit. Isaiah 33 and 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. Okay, so the fear of the Lord is the Lord's treasure. Okay? So that's what we need. If you're looking for the ball, it's right over there. It's the book of Romans, chapter 11. It tells you what his treasure is. Something about the riches. Let me grab that. Riches. The Lord's riches, he calls it in Romans, the 11th chapter. That's what we need, man. We need to store this up. Romans 11 and verse 33. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Heavenly Father. How unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out. So there's so much to know and so little time to obtain it. Okay? But what we need to ultimately know in these last days is who we are, what the name of the Lord is, and what's coming. That MOTB. Okay? And that's going to come with the changing. There's going to be maybe a black swan event, man. It's going to happen like overnight. Okay? The system's going to crash, and he's going to He's gonna recommend something that you take, man, and it's called the MOTB. You're gonna be taking it, man. Okay? Because that's what's in the Bible, even though nobody cares about listening to what's written. Okay, it's a foolish thing to come out here and serve the Lord in the eyes of this world, man. No one wants to stop and inquire, but it is what it is. We're gonna still push this word. And Lord's will, the Lord finds us faithful in these last days. Okay? Let's get back to this article. See if he says, I didn't even read it. It says, he's pointing out different times in history where shit failed. Okay? And he's friends with Duck, so I'm sure he has inside information. It says, according to Kiyosaki, the origin of these growing problems dates back to 1971 when President Richard Nixon took the US dollar off the gold standard. He echoed Rickard's view that the next crisis could be triggered by the collapse of the 1.6 trillion student loan debt market. Okay, and it's just the student loan debt market, man. If no one pays their student loans, then how is that going to help anything, man? That's not going to forward the economy. 1.6 trillion. This country owes 36 trillion to China. That's a lot of money, man. And if you can't pay your bills and he can't pay his bills, then no one's going to get paid. It is what it is, man. Okay? And the scriptures told you about this in Zephaniah. Let's grab it. Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 11. How ye in verse 10, Salakia. Zephaniah 1 and 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate and a howling from the second and a great crashing from the hills. So the stock market is going to crash, man. The fish gate represents the New York Stock Exchange, man. But it also represents your goods that are coming in. It represents the goods that are coming here, your ports, okay? That's the fish gate. That's where your goods are coming. The fish gate is where you go, you trade, you know, you sell things, you buy things. Well, that's what happens. It comes here on the ports, then it gets onto the cargo, the trucks, and it gets shipped to your local stores and your grocery stores. Well, if less things stop coming, and less things start going, there's gonna be a crash. Okay, because they're not gonna have, if your store's not selling anything, then it's not making anything. Okay, so let's look at this word fish gate in Zephaniah 1 and 10. Okay. Oh, it separates it. It separates the word. It just says marketplace when you look at the word gate. Zephaniah 1 and 11. How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. So if you're going to be cut off, man. Okay? All they that bear silver shall be cut off. Maktesh represents the modern day stock exchange. You're going to be howling when you see the stock market crash. But we're telling you, you got to be prepared for that, man. You got to be prepared for this day, man. It's coming. It's coming, man. And every day the Lord's showing you. Robert Kiyosaki, if he you don't want to believe us, maybe you might believe him. Okay? Because that's what they say. They say the poor man's not heard. Okay? Book of Sirach, chapter 13 and verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. Well, you'll extol this to the clouds. Robert Kiyosaki said, it happened since 1971, since your dollar was taken off the gold standard. You might want to extol it to the clouds. He told you, it says he predicts a major financial crisis ahead. Okay, you see what Warren Buffett's doing. He's sitting on $350 billion. Why he ain't putting his money in that, in the stock exchange? He's taking his money out. He's sitting on the dollar. This is Kiyosaki repeated his long-standing advice that traditional saving is no longer safe. He said that one of the best ways to protect oneself is not by saving fake fiat money, and we agree. One of the ways of protecting yourself is trusting in the Lord. Okay? He tells you, Proverbs 18:10, that the name of the Lord is a strong tower. Let's grab it. You want safety, you want stability. That's where you're going to get it from, the Lord. Proverbs 18:10, the name of the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Okay, you want to be safe from the troubles that's coming in the near future. Okay, but you need to know the name of the Lord. Okay? Proverbs 18:11, the rich man's wealth is his strong city, and as an high wall in his own conceit. Yeah, conceit, man. That's not going to save you. Because when this money crash and there's nothing to buy, you might be the richest man on earth. But if there's nothing to buy, what's the point of having money? What are you going to need then? When people are coming to aggressively seek out your goods, man, what are you going to do? You got a military that's going to stop them? Is Esau going to stop them? He's going to be the one persecuting your ass in that time. Okay? Proverbs 18:12, before destruction, the heart of man is haughty. Yeah, before destruction, the heart of man is haughty. Meaning proud. Like distastefully proud. Okay? And that's the mindset of a lot of people still in this day. They're distastefully proud. They don't see the future being, they don't see a dark future ahead of them. They see brightness, they see lights, they see prosperity. When only destruction, the Lord says, come into this place. Okay? And before honor is humility. Okay? Before honor is humility. And this is why we're being humbled. We're being, right now, this is like a humility ritual. On the right-hand side, where we come out, look foolish in the sight of y'all, but in the eyes of the Lord, it's well-pleasing to him. Okay? Because we could be doing anything during this time, but we'd rather spend the time to go serve the Lord and hopefully pull someone out of the fire. Okay? But by doing that, you know, we might look like a fool to you, but hey, man, we understand what's coming in the near future. We understand Jacob's trouble. Okay? As a matter of fact, right now they're celebrating a day called Nabak. And Nabak is a day when, in 1948, when those small hats went over there and took over that land. Hey, that was a flood, man. And they remember that, but you don't remember 70 AD. You don't remember what happened during the time of Babylon. Okay, how you were taken, or how you were destroyed by your enemy. Well, that same time's coming again. Proverbs 18:13, he that answereth the matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him. So that's pretty much it on that. As I stated over 25 years ago in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the rich don't work for money and savers are losers. That's pretty much it, man. Where's the advice, man? He ain't got no advice. He ain't telling you what's coming. He ain't mentioning Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. He concluded with the stark warning, the crash I warned about in Rich Dad's prophecy in 2012 has begun. Please take care. Bail yourself out. That's what he tells you. Now he's a prophet, man. Foolishness. Foolishness. He's not a prophet, man. But he's right about this crash. We agree. Oh, here is Robert Kiyosaki's advice. Kiyosaki's word of advice: save real gold, silver, and Bitcoin. No ETFs. That's his goal. That's his promise. I mean, that's his prophecy. How's that gonna save you from someone trying to rob you? Tell me that, man. From these troops that are coming from war and civil unrest. How is that gonna save you? Okay. When it says suddenly the storehouses shall be unsown, man. Suddenly. So you can't even predict when this is gonna happen. 2nd Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Yeah, so there's gonna be sudden. Okay? He's telling you to buy gold and silver, but the Lord said, buy of me gold tried in the fire. Okay, so I'm gonna invest in the Lord, man. I'm gonna invest my time seeking the Lord in this time. Just like the book says. And I'm gonna try to stay single on just that. Keep your eye focused on the Lord. Because man, he gonna get your eye off the Lord and have you worshiping, thinking you can be saved by financial means. When we're literally telling you that's not what's gonna save you, man. It says the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and are safe. So if you want to be safe, you need this knowledge, man. Jeremiah chapter 30. In verse 7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, so if Jacob's going to be saved out of it, that's talking about the elect of Israel. They're going to be saved out of this trouble that's coming. Just like the trouble that happened to Naboth. Let's actually look into that. The day of Naboth, it said. Well, your day of Naboth's coming too. Okay. I think they were celebrating it. It says Naboth in the context of the provided search results refers to both a tree species and historical. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Nakba. Nakba. It says Arab News. It says for Israelis, acknowledging the Nakba is a necessary step to peace. So they're going to acknowledge Nakba when they went in there in 1948 and stole the land. Nations tend to be hesitant, mostly sacred, so it's like you're mostly scared to confront dark periods in their histories. One such dark period in the history of Israel is the War of 1948, which too it is a war of independence, but to Palestinians it is the Nakba or catastrophe, the 77th anniversary of which they commemorated last week. So that's what they're talking about, man. Nakba. And it's gonna happen to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. That's the same thing as Jacob's trouble. That's the same thing that happened in 70 AD, when the enemy came in like a flood. And where'd you go? You ran into the wilderness. Okay, but you're not crying about that. But the heathen are, they still remember these days. They'll never forget it, man. They're running up in schools, they're fucking shit up over what happened to them. But you ain't even in the fight anymore. You gave up. Isaiah 1:3, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider. Yeah, you don't consider the state that you're in, that who you are, how you got here, why you're here, why you go through the things you do. You don't consider these things. You don't remember the land that you came from. You're not mourning to go back. You're complacent. You're complacent. You're okay with oppression. You like the black jokes and all that. You like that shit, man. You like being locked up and get sent away, and then they replace you, just like they did in ancient Israel. Y'all got kicked out, and then the Assyrians replaced you with a bunch of heathen. That's what the modern day Assyrian's doing today. He's doing the same thing he did in Second Kings, the 17th chapter. Now that's not him, but he's the modern day Assyrian, okay? Where he's replacing you with the heathen, gentrifying you. Who's doing that? That's Esau, showing you that he is that Assyrian still to this day. Isaiah 1:4, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers. Yeah, y'all are evil. That's all you do is evil. Nothing you do is righteous, man. You just continue to be in wickedness, laden with iniquity, which is sin. Okay, you just keep transgressing the laws every single day, and you refuse to repent. When you're faced with the truth, you deny it. You just walk away from it. And then you continue to walk in your iniquity. Children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Yeah, you're going backwards, man. The destination is salvation. But you go into the destination of destruction, following the son of perdition. Why not follow Yahweh Shai, the son of the Most High? Because it's not in you to do it. Isaiah 1:5, why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick. and the whole heart is faint. Yeah, your whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint, man. You're so damaged that you can't even come back to the knowledge of the truth. So it's better that the Lord just put you to death. Because the healing ointment is this word and you're not receiving it. Isaiah 1:6, from the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Yeah, you haven't been mollified with ointment, man. You know, you need the bandages, you need the ointment, man, which is this word. It's going to heal you up. It's going to comfort you. It's going to get you right, going to get you standing up on your feet. But you want to remain in the valley of the dry bones, man. You want to continue in this world, man. As this world continues to pass away, you passing away with it. You're not being renewed day by day. Putting off the old man, coming into the new. Putting off the flesh, getting into the spirit. Okay? This is what we should be doing. It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16. In verse, I'll start at 11. It says, for they were pricked that they should remember thy words, and were quickly saved, that not falling into deep forgetfulness, they might be continually mindful of thy goodness. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. Yeah, your word is going to heal all things, because you need to know the truth. You need that breath of life, man. You continually walking in the congregation of the dead. Okay? And it's going to physically manifest when you get judged. But in order to pull you out of this fire, you need to receive this word. Proverbs 21 and verse 16, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So you want to remain not knowing who you are. You want to remain not knowing who the Lord is. Well, you're going to remain in the congregation of the dead, man. You're never going to wake up. You're never going to come into the knowledge of the truth. You're not going to make it on a chariot, man. You're going to miss the boat like you did in the first death. Okay, and the second death is coming. And it's going to come through through those thermonuclear missiles that are coming here from all these different countries. But before that happens, there's going to be pestilence, there's going to be stock market crashes, there's going to be civil and unrest and wars out here on your street corners, man. Okay? That's what's coming to this place, man. As a matter of fact, today, I forgot, I was driving and I saw one of those, I saw a Waymo car, man, in Boston. I was just driving, saw a Waymo car, man. Waymo is a company that's like, it's a self-driving vehicle that you can download the app and get a ride anywhere you want to go, man. That's what's coming here to Boston, Massachusetts. Okay? So a lot of y'all think when y'all lose y'all jobs because there ain't going to be any work soon, you're going to think you can jump into the gig economy, and the gig economy is about to be a wrap. All right? What are you going to do when you can't even use your car anymore, man? What are you going to do? Gas prices are going up. All this shit's going to affect you. Okay? This is the book of, not the book. This is the article from WCVB Channel 5 News. It says, Medford, Massachusetts, Waymo, the self-driving taxi company, brought a fleet of its camera-covered vehicles to the Boston area. So what are they doing? They're mapping your streets, man. They're getting the layout so they can start implementing their self-driving vehicles. Now people are laughing, thinking, "Oh, you can't drive in Boston. The streets are too difficult for a robot to navigate it." Well, guess what? That don't matter, man. They still coming regardless. It says they were spotted parked outside a hotel in Medford on Friday. That's Friday. Today's Monday. I saw one today, and I saw one in Boston. Okay, and by Northeastern. Okay. According to the company, which is part of Google's parent, Alphabet Inc. How convenient of a name. The visit is part of a series of visits to major U.S. cities. In a statement, Waymo said the trips have helped to improve its ride-hail service in San Francisco, Phoenix, Los Angeles, and Austin. So why don't you stay over there? So they already implementing it in these other places, and they're gonna start doing it here. What are they gonna? Oh, it's better because they're electric. You know, it's better for climate change. All this bullshit, man. No, it's to ultimately get you to comply with his system, man. You're gonna trust in this system, okay? You're gonna have to have a type of identification in order to get in a vehicle in the near future. Okay, that's a totalitarian system, and that's what the Lord was telling us about, man. Okay, and He set up that cruel king, and He's writing executive orders, making sure this shit happens, man. Because you don't know everything that He's doing, but you're gonna find out. Okay, it says the company said the vehicles will be seen in areas including Mission Hill, East Boston. That's where I'm at right now. I don't see him, but he's riding around. Cambridge, Somerville, and South Boston. So it's coming to your town very soon. Okay? And they're setting up a bunch of bike lanes, all type of weird shit's going on in this place. In a couple more years, you're not even gonna recognize this place. Okay? But he's speeding it up, so we might not even have a couple more years. They're doing construction now in different cities right now, man. Okay? So we're gonna see how he's gonna implement this thing. We don't know everything, how he's gonna do it step by step, but we know what's gonna happen. And you probably need to buy it with. He got different Bitcoin exchanges in some of these stores. Them shit's been in these stores for years now. Now you're gonna start implementing it. Not too long ago, Elon Musk was trying to have you could have bought a Tesla with a Bitcoin. You could have bought shit with those Doge, with your Doge money, man, with your Doge account. Okay, showing you that this devil's working, man. And that's what's gonna bring forth. How you doing today? Good. You know, that's showing you that's gonna bring forth that digital infrastructure, fulfilling Revelation the 13th chapter verses 16 down, where He's gonna cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead. What's the point of having technology and you can't spend nothing? Yeah, well, if you connect it to the internet and you connect it to whatever system that He has in place, then hey, you can buy. And He's gonna give you a bunch of credits that you can buy all the digital things you love so much. Okay? Even Grand Theft Auto, when that comes out, they said that you're gonna have to give a facial recognition just to play the game, and y'all gonna give that information up, getting you more and more locked in, just like these new cell phones, man. It started with finger scanning, now it's scanning your face. Well, guess what? Everything you buy is gonna have that same type of technology, all the way up to the point where now this is gonna be inside your forehead or in your right hand. And He gradually brought you up to the point of you being put to death by the Lord, man. It says, it says, motorists can also expect to see the vehicles on the Mass Pike and Interstate 93, Waymo said in a statement. So it's going to even be on your highways. Okay? So you trust a driverless vehicle driving next to that thing, man? Come on, man. Use your mind. It says, during our visit, we'll have a limited fleet of vehicles with trained human autonomous specialists behind the wheel at all times. We'll begin with manual driving in a range of neighborhoods, the company statement said. Okay, so I saw that somebody was in the Waymo, but you know, I've never seen anything like that before. That's shocking, man. That's shocking, man. But what it reminded me of, this place is almost done, man. This place is about over. We don't be out here on street corners prophesying any longer. Hey, and I'm all good with that too, because that's moving us forward into this Jacob's trouble. And we want this to manifest itself because we want to get up out of here. We want to see Esau fall, man. I want to see Esau, all his whole kingdom, I want to see it be destroyed. Okay, because now I remember, I came back into remembrance of who we are, and we cleave to the house of Jacob. Okay, that's all we want. Jacob, we say Kwam Yasharala, well, that's what we want. Okay, that can't happen until Esau falls. Okay, let me see if I'm done with this article. It says, Waymo's webpage about the visits to new city states that the vehicles can begin to drive autonomously after the system learns the area. So it has to learn the area. How you doing, brother? If Waymo's vehicles get the green light to begin driving autonomously in Boston, they will not be the first. So there's other companies that have been doing this too. It says an MIT spin-off company called Nutonomy tested its vehicles in Boston starting in 2017. Okay, that's 8 years ago. Actually, what's that? That's 8 years ago. Another MIT spin-off, Optimus Ride, also tested in a limited part of the city. Later, Nutonomy became a part of the Motional Autonomous Driving joint venture of Aptiv and Hyundai Motor Group. Optimus Ride was later acquired by Ontario-based Magna. So, hey, it's coming, man. Multiple companies are looking to do the same thing. But ultimately, it's all Esau, man. He's doing it to fulfill the Heavenly Father's will on the left-hand side. So if there's any, there was a Tesla truck driving down the highways on the West Coast, man. So now you got there was somebody in the vehicle, but it was a self-driven Tesla truck with a cargo behind it, man. So what does that mean for you truck drivers out there, man? Okay, that's a threat to your bread. I do Uber. Waymo's out here. That's a threat to you drivers out there, man. And right now they're trying to unionize Uber and all that shit. Listen, man, that's a waste of time, man. That's Esau trying to get a little money out of you before the shit just fully turns over. Okay? So don't get comfortable in this place, man. You got to see the things that are happening around you. But if you ain't speaking up about it, this probably don't concern you anyways. But we still got to tell the elect of Israel, get their shit together. Micah chapter 2, verse 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sore destruction, okay? So depart from the mindset of a westernized Edomite, man. We got to seek the old paths, man. We got to get back in line with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, okay? Walking in his laws, statutes, and commandments, pleasing him, all right? Because what are you going to do in order to survive? Are you going to go to the so-called white man to help you out? Or are you going to trust in the Lord like Yahushua did? Matthew chapter 4 and 1. Then was Yahushua led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. You're going to be tempted of the devil. You're in the wilderness. This place is literally going to be destroyed, man. All right? And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward hungered. You are going to be hungry, okay? And you're not going to have any idea on how to feed yourself, all right? So that's going to cause you to make a decision. Is it going to lead you into making the right decision or the wrong decision? We'll see. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. Yeah, you Son of God, right? That's what Yasharallah, that's what we're saying we are, man. We're saying we're Yasharallah. We're saying we're the princes of the power. We're saying we're the sons of God, man. Right? But we're going to see. It's easy to say something, but to do something is completely different. Okay, now we know faith is a gift, but we just hope that the Lord gives us that faith when we need it the most. Okay? Matthew chapter 4, verse 4, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone. So you got to know, man shall not live by bread alone. Okay? Food and water is not going to be the only thing that sustains you. After you eat and you drink, you're going to need more food and water. Okay? So what's going to sustain you? The Lord said, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry in Isaiah the 65th chapter. Second Ezra, the second chapter tells you that you're going to have abundance. Okay? Do you believe what the Lord said? Because that's what's going to comfort you in those times, man. Okay? I don't know why Jake wearing a ski mask think, I don't get it, man. You guys look like fools. Okay? Matthew 4 and 4, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Heavenly Father. So you need to know every single word, man, to the best of your ability. It's hard to retain the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You gotta constantly seek it, man. You gotta constantly seek the Lord. You gotta keep your eyes single. I ain't even want to come outside today, but I said I better seek the Lord even more when you feel like that. So easy to just fall asleep, be right in the world with everybody else. Programmed to do what they did yesterday over and over in the rat circle, in the rat race. Okay? Now you gotta fight. It's like Jacob. Father, Lord, as much as you can, but you still got the ability. Man, you shall not live by bread alone. Okay, so when we see these things, you should be thinking about Isaiah 19 and 15. How you doing, brother? Isaiah 19, I'll start at 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err, and every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Yeah, so everything that Egypt is creating, man, that perverse spirit, you can see it, man. There's something wrong with the spirit that's out here. Okay? It's perverse. It's not according to the scriptures, man. Okay, you can see it. The Lord's telling you about death and destruction and tribulation, Jacob's trouble, but you don't see it. The spirit doesn't match what's going on in these scriptures. So who are you gonna trust? What you see with your eyes, or are you gonna see what you? Are you gonna believe in what you can't even see? See, that's what faith is. Okay, so you gotta be believing in what the Lord said. You can't see the destruction, okay, but it's coming. And that's that perverse spirit. You're drunk. You're drunk. You think you're awake, but you're falling asleep, man. That's what this world is like, man. You gotta fight that spirit, man. You gotta fight it, man. Look what's going on in the world. You think the people in Palestine feel like the way you Americans do? You think the people in Ukraine feel like you Americans do? No, there's people in all parts of the world. What about Yemen? Well, all that you see in the world, that's coming to this place. And you can start to see it now with the homeless, the increase of homelessness in the communities. Okay, that's going to increase to the point where it's touching you and your family. And what did you do while shit was good? Were you glorifying the Lord? No, you weren't. Okay? Were you seeking the Lord? No, you didn't. Scriptures tell you about a green tree. Let me grab that actually. Luke 23 and 31. For if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? Yeah, what are you going to do? You see it's a green tree. It looks good, man. There's life. But what are you going to do when it's dry, when there's nothing? Okay? You see what people are doing now during a green tree. People are there's still stores, people are still getting shot to death. Just watch the news, man. Crazy shit's going on in the world. And it's a green tree. You can still go get water out of the store it's still affordable. People are complaining about the price of eggs, but you can still go get you a carton of eggs. You can still get all these things. But what are you going to do when it's dry? How much more worse is it going to be when it's actually dry? Okay, that's what you should be thinking about. Oh, I just saw something. It said 2 tornadoes. I didn't even see. I clicked out of it. 2 tornadoes somewhere. And there's another in Massachusetts. There's I think there's a tornado warning coming to this place too. It's already getting kind of windy and chilly right now. Isaiah 19 and 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Yeah, so there ain't gonna be any work for Egypt. Egypt's talking about, this is another code name for America. What happened in Egypt with the Israelites? Weren't they serving slavery under King Pharaoh? Nah, not Pharaoh. Who was it, man? They were serving slavery in Egypt, man. Okay, it's synonymous with the house of bondage. And that's what y'all are doing again today in Egypt, all over again. With your brothers, man. The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom were pressed together. Where? Here in Egypt, just like in old times. So the Lord ran it back. And this is where the deliverance is coming from, just like he did in ancient Egypt. Okay? So there's not going to be any work. That's why this automation that you're starting to see, it's going to start, with some of these driving vehicles, but these cashiers, some of these corner stores, these convenience stores, cashiers. Amazon had their store. They showed you the prototype where you just walk in the store, grab what you want. It's going to automatically charge you, and you can just walk right out. Okay? Those of you who have the chip. Okay? You got the chip. Hey, man, you're going to be all right for a little bit. But you ain't going to be all right when the Lord comes. Okay? You can best believe that. And you probably going to be a little messed up before the Lord comes, because it tells you that a grievous sore is coming upon those who took the mark. Okay? But this is all part of that howling of Maktesh. It's all part of that jobs being no work for Egypt. Okay? We grab this in the book of Haggai, chapter 1. In verse 11, it says, "And I called for a drought upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine." So there's going to be a drought, famine of the word. Okay? The corn and the wine is a representation of the understanding of the scriptures, which is your blessing, which you should be getting fat in. You should be getting fat with this corn and this wine right now. Okay? This is the time to be wielding your sword, man. Just like Esau was given a sword, this corn and the wine is your sword, man. You should be fattening yourself up with this. This is what's going to sustain you, like it said in Matthew 4:4. By every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Heavenly Father. Okay? Let me read that again. Haggai 1:11. "And I called for a drought upon the land," so there's going to be a famine in the land, "and upon the mountains, and upon the corn and the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all the labor of the hands." So all the labor of your hands, there's going to be a drought of that. So that means no work for Egypt, man. Okay, so what are you going to do? There's going to be a famine of food. There's going to be a drought of the word. There's going to be no work for Egypt. If you're not ready and prepared and ready for battle, you're going to take the MOTB. It's very simple. It's an easy equation to figure out if you're not preparing yourself. Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 17. Actually, I'll verse 16. "When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops." Exactly, man. It hurt Habakkuk to hear this word, man. It resonated with him. He understood, if this is the Lord's will, man, how am I going to have rest in the day of trouble? That's talking about Jacob's trouble, man. You're going to be looking to seek rest. You're going to be looking to eat, drink water. Okay? That's a terrible thing, man. Habakkuk understands. Habakkuk 3:17. "Although the fig tree shall not blossom, neither shall fruit be in the vines, the labor of the olive shall fail, and the fields shall yield no meat. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stalls." So that's talking about no food, famine. It's tough, man. No food, no work, because ultimately now you don't raise up cattle, you don't do all these things. These goods are brought to you. Well, there's going to be a lack thereof. Okay? But what does Habakkuk say? Habakkuk 3:18. "Yet will I rejoice in the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. I will joy in the God of my salvation." Yeah, so this is why we're rejoicing in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai right now. Because ultimately, he's giving us the victory. It's all up to him anyways. Who's going to triumph? It's all up to him. Habakkuk 3:19. "The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, power is my strength. And he will make my feet like hinds feet. And he will make me to walk upon my high places. To the chief singer on my string instruments." So he said he's still going to rejoice in the Lord, even in the time of trouble. Okay? That's his salvation. and whatever's brought upon us, hey, we're gonna take it cheerfully, man. How you doing, brother? You got a second? You want to take a look at this sign?
Which one is it?
Which one are you? What's your nationality?
I don't understand nothing.
What's your nationality? You speak Spanish, right?
Spanish, sí.
El Salvador?
Sábado.
Okay. El Salvador.
¿De qué es, mi rey?
We're Israel.
Israel.
Guantanamo.
Guatemala, my country is Guatemala.
Guatemala to
Yes.
Panama. Zebulon. Yeah, Zebulon, brother. In the Bible. We're Israelites.
We?
I don't smoke weed.
Why?
Because I don't.
You make money now?
No, I'm not making any money. This is free. I just teach the
Oh,
Bible.
it's free?
This is free.
Oh.
This is free. All right, brother. Nice seeing you, man. Zebulon, man. Silly, man. Silly. This is what we're going to trust in. We're going to trust in the Lord, man. Okay. Ecclesiastes chapter 12. You talking to me? Oh, him. Okay. Yeah. He's drinking a little bit too much tequila. How you doing? Hey, he's drinking too much tequila, Papa. Yeah. It's okay. It's all love.
Okay.
Man. It's okay. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night, man. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Okay, the keepers of the house are talking about these different banks, but it also applies to these different these companies, man. Okay, they're gonna be trembling because they're not gonna know how to invest. They're trusting in Duck to give them the direction, but there's no he ain't got the answers for you, man. You can't even trust in Duck. I'm telling you. Okay, in the day when the Ecclesiastes 12 and 3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves. So these mighty men, your police officers, your military men, you tough guys that are out there, you're gonna bow yourselves, man. And the grinders cease because they are few. The grinders talking about these jobs gonna be few, man. Okay, the grinding's going to cease. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. And I'm looking out of the window right now. It's being dark. When you see Waymos and self-driving vehicles in your community, hey, that's a dark future. Okay? That's not good. All right? When you see new pestilences on the horizon, when you see the stock price of Moderna going up and Lockheed Martin going up, it's not good, man. That's not good. Okay? But you got to be prudent in order to see the future right now. You ain't going to see it until it suddenly falls upon you. You ain't going to see it until they say, hey, Mr. Rodriguez, you don't come to work tomorrow. Your job has been terminated by AI, Tesla AI robots. We're going to send you your last check. And that's not going to be enough, man. You read Revelation, the 6th chapter, it tells you that a day's pay is only going to get you a loaf of bread, man. So how are you going to sustain? How am I going to sustain? Let's start there, man. Hey, I'm going to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, man. That's it. That's it, man. That's all I can do. Glorify his name as much as I can and hope that the Lord have mercy upon me. Okay. Ecclesiastes 12 and 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And we're starting to see the daughters of music being brought low, man. You see in P. Diddy, he's locked up right now because the daughters of music are being brought low. Okay. He ain't had nothing when he was out anyways. His music wasn't even popping like that anyways. But he's being brought low. He's being exposed because now you're starting to see what the music industry is about, man. And now you're starting to see Cassie, man. She was all for it, man. If you've been following it, she was down saying, "Okay, honey, baby, all this shit. I want to do it. I can't wait to do it." I'll do anything for you. She was all for it. So there's no excuse. It's the book of what's that precept, man? Yeah, you really can't trust no chick, man. Oh, I know. I think it's a rock. Don't trust a singer. Something like that. Let me grab that. Ecclesiasticus. It says Ecclesiasticus 9:4, use not much the company of a woman that is a singer, lest thou be taken with her attempts. See, Diddy, man, you couldn't even trust her. You thought you could trust her. You know she ain't right, man. That girl ain't right, man. I could tell. She ain't right, man. She ain't right, man. But that's the type of women you want to. Hey, the scriptures tell you, man. You don't want, just like Usher and what's her face, man? I forgot her damn name. She's married. She's getting touched all over by him, and she's married, man. And same with her. She got pictures with all different types of guys, man. It's fucking. She's bugged out, man. You can't trust no chick like that because her mind is of this world, man. She wants money. She got $30 million and she's on the stand pointing the finger. Crazy. Lucky he ain't just put something in everybody else's drink. She lucky he didn't do that to her. But you can't trust nobody in this world, man. She almost got hit by a car. Wow, man. I'm telling you, wherever I go, man, you might be prone to get hit, man. That's why it's better for you to inquire of the Lord, man. If you see a prophet, hey, say something to him. Say shalom, say something, man. Because everywhere I go, every time I come out, I see someone about to get either hit by a car, judgment, man. Okay? So this is why you want to be afraid of the Lord, man. Hey, shalom, King Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. You know? This is why you want to be afraid, man. Right? Grab that ass, as a matter of fact. Fear the Lord, we persuade men. Second Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. Okay, so that's it, man. We know the terror of the Lord, man. We know that our ways are not ours. We know that these judgments can happen to anybody at any time. So to talk shit about somebody going through a judgment, man, you don't know if that's judgment, man. You don't know. Some people think they're the Most High, man. It's crazy, man. You don't know what's going on. His thoughts are not your thoughts. Isaiah, Allah, Idaho, Job 10 and 21. Before I go, whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. That's right, man. That's here, man. The shadow of death. Where anywhere you go, you can die, man. Here it is, a brother gets, he gets afflicted, and the Lord deliver him, and you don't see the power in that, man. I see the power in that, man, because not everyone gonna be delivered in a situation like that. You might give up the ghost. For him, the Lord allowed him to walk and go and be back prophesying, man. And he did a beautiful video with the brothers out in LA. LA is crazy, man. LA is crazy, man. I think LA is way worse than Philadelphia. Way worse. LA, man, come on, man. They make video games about LA. And he out there, man. That's a very bold man out there, man. And that's a good sign that who the Lord possibly could be dealing with, man. He said it himself. He said, man, my faith is through the roof, man. Lord will build up your faith. He know how to purify you, man. Job 10 and 22, a land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness. That's right, man. Light is as darkness, man. Y'all put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter, man. Y'all call good evil and evil good. You got it backwards, man. especially Israel, y'all got to get it right, man. This is the time to get the Lord's name right, get the understanding of these scriptures correct, and get your life in order, man. Zephaniah 3 and 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. That's right, man. The unjust knoweth no shame, man. They don't get it. And I was reading the precept today. I forgot it, but it was basically saying I think it was a private. Basically, like what comes out of your mouth, you got to stay away from somebody who shows that he's a fool, man. Something like that. Roughly paraphrasing, but it's true. Because it's only so long Jake can, he can, especially with the scriptures, man. The scriptures, man, you can be in awe sometimes when brothers be bringing out these scriptures, man. You can be like, wow, man, that means this and that means that. Wow, man. And then he'll say something about a brother who's doing the work, man, who's in good standing with everybody. Nah, he getting judged. But that's what happens when, I don't know if it's knowledge puffing up. I don't know what it is, man. I don't want to be talking shit about nobody from Great Millstone, man. They undefeated, man. Why you gonna talk shit about them? Ain't that where the truth came from? Why you bucking up against the truth, man? Sad, man. Sad. You know. But hey, man, this is why we gotta, I strive to be more humble every day. It's a new battle, man. All right. But the water for the precepts, I'm about to get up out of here. And I'm going to end it right there. Lord's will, that was edifying. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachak, Wadash, Shalom, Abba Ball, Kwam Yasharala. And the water for the precepts, Malak. Have a blessed day, my brother. Shalom.